Good afternoon everybody, welcome to another video by me, Mr. Drone. You can see from my thumbnail and from behind me right there is the Everton Stadium down at Bramley-Moore Dock. I'm here to do my midweek video where I will cover some of your questions and comments and have a look at the stadium. Coming to you the day after Everton suffered yet another defeat in the Cup, this time against Southampton. Gutted for me and all you other Blues, but anyway, let's just get on with the stadium videos, eh? Let's get up there and take a look at it. Right, okay everybody, you'll see I'm up in the air looking directly at the East Plaza there, which before we get started, let's just have a little look across it. I'll go from north to south over here, but look how clean and almost finished this East stand, this East Plaza is looking now. So this will be the area for the fan zone. Really is looking good down there at the moment, isn't it? Didn't intend on doing that, by the way, at the beginning of the video, but when you get in, get up in the air and look at it on a day like today, it just looks fantastic. So we'll zoom out, and what we're going to do, I'm going to get nice and high because I'm going to start covering some of your questions and comments. And first up, I do have Darren, who's just mentioned the West, so we'll go over and have a look at it anyway. Get nice and high so I can maintain that visual line of sight whilst we get right over the stadium and have a look down at this West Plaza and waterway. Look at that now. So as I mentioned then, first up here I have Darren Cowser, who says, Nick, I'm thinking that the plan was to remove most of the sand at the north end of the water channel, then to unplug the stoppers in the south end of the water channel and to slowly fill the channel up. I'd guess the dam broke at the north end whilst digging, and that meant that the neighbouring dock at United Utilities was inevitably going to fill the water channel very quickly. So that's the first paragraph here, Darren. You could well be right, and it did look that way, didn't it? So here is the sand dam that you are referring to there, and yeah, you could well be right, is that it did look as though water just did start coming through this end a little. It looked to us looking at it a little prematurely. What do we know, hey? I suppose there's quite a few people that said it was meant to happen exactly how they done it, but nevertheless, let's look at that with the watering. Quite a few people have mentioned the colour of the water as well, guys, the kind of murky colour, but obviously it's, I mean, look at the difference there. It's obviously quite unsettled at the moment, this area. So I'd assume, I'd think that the colouring of the water will change once it's all settled, but nevertheless, it looks absolutely amazing, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure we all agree with that it just does look amazing there. So thank you very much for that, Darren Cowser. But I'll move on to your next paragraph, mate, as we move back over the stadium now, because you've put, there were big blue numbers above the east stand turnstiles on some other droner's footage. Equals 19 plus 20. I have no idea what 19 plus 20 is. Perhaps that's the numbers. So I'm backing up here, coming over the east stand now, and I'll have a look, Darren, at what you mean. I'll move down because I'm 115 metres up in the air there. I believe you could be looking down here. I believe wrong. So over the other side. over the south side. Let's have a look. I'll move round. Okay, can't quite see them anywhere at the moment. My God, there, look. I'm looking at the wrong place. I'm looking at these boards directly above it. And just so, you know, I know you said some other droners footage there. So maybe you think you'd expect that I look at them. Guys, it's nothing personal or vindictive, but I don't watch other people's YouTube's channel about this build or others, or you know what, I don't watch too much YouTube myself. I just don't watch much, to be totally honest with you guys. So yeah, there they are. Yeah, so this must be the gate numbers, obviously. I missed that completely. So does it start here? There we go, 13. Must be a 14 somewhere there. $15. I'm going to guess now. We just seen 16 there. I'm going to guess that actually where I looked first, I was looking in the wrong place, was I? Because you mentioned like 18 and 19 or something. So yeah, I was, wasn't I? Apologies for that, guys. A few minutes ago you were probably shouting at me again, telling me I'm missing it. So there we go. It's a great spot, that. Whichever droner did spot that, fair play to you, well done. Were they only put up last week, guys, were they? Up to 23, so what was it, starts at 13, down the southeast corner up to number 23, must be like 10 gates there. That's excellent spot. It's good to see that, isn't it? Another one of these finishing touches. Your last of 3 comments, you said, your third paragraph, there are some blue marks on the United Utilities side of the north stand. Some blue marks, maybe areas need repainting. I'm going to come up high because I'm moving around the north stand. And when I do these midweek ones, I don't move my position too much because I've got my camera recording what I'm saying. Exactly where do you mean when you say blue marks around here? Darren, you're saying like on the floor, or this is just where these kind of things need a little bit more direction. A little bit more direction, please, on that one, Darren. Or is it up? Is it further up? Like there, that just looks like that's wrapped in something, does it? Zoom out when people are in the shot. Yeah, Darren, sorry on that one, mate. I just need a bit more direction on where I was supposed to be looking at for that one. Just want to check your comments again. There's some blue marks on the United Utilities side of the north stand. Maybe areas that need repainting. Yeah, not. A bit more direction on that one, but I hope I covered the other two for you there, Darren. I'll move on. I have James Isom123, who says, "Evening, Nick, great video as usual, thanks James. Just one for your question, fly around. Whereabouts in the stadium is the away end going to be located?" So that's here. So this is this is the northeast corner, James. So obviously we're looking from outside now, but we'll just pop in. You'll see Dunk the Blues reply saying as well, northeast stand lower tier for league games, also the northeast upper tier for cup games. So we'll just come right over here, James, and I'll swing round now. See if we've gone far enough there. Yeah, so there, down there, James. And as Dunk the Blues said, lower there for the league games and upper for the cup games, but that's where we're looking. North east corner for the away fans, James. I hope that answers your question, matey. Thanks for that. Moving on, I've got Mark 007 Davies. His name's Davies, Mark Davies, who says, probably a question long answer, do you or David Badcock know which side the main TV camera's position will be? I'll move around because I'll also have included Dunk the Blues answer again, who says the main TV camera will be in the west stand to avoid direct sunlight to the lens. Yeah, if we turn around here, you'll already see the west stand is already in the shade there. As Dunk said, to avoid the direct sunlight. It says you can see the concrete platform where the camera will be just above the higher executive boxes at the bottom of the west stand upper at 8:57. There you go, Mark 007 Davies. Okay, that's the main one. There'll obviously be TV positions, camera positions around the stadium, but the main will be there. I'll just zoom out to show you exactly. So that's the west stand. You got the tunnel down there right in the centre. Move up, we have executive lounges and suites, but then the upper executive there, and then the cameras there. Thanks, Mark. Thanks very much. I hope that answers that. Moving on, Mike O'Glenn 6848 says, Mr. Drone, I could be wrong about this, of course, but I am convinced that there is a service road being constructed on the north side, and vehicles will not have to negotiate the narrow gap between the pump hose, though you mean house, and the trees, and have to travel in the narrow gap between the stadium wall and the support columns. But like I said, I could be wrong. Dunk the Blue, once again, Dunk has been on fire with his responses this week. Really helpful, Dunk, thanks. Dunk the Blue said that land you are referring to will be handed back to United Utilities. The northern access is sufficiently wide enough for the team bus. What you're referring to down here, Mike, trying to keep some of the sun glare off. So Mike, what you're referring to, I see what you say as well, but with respect, mate, you are wrong. You said you could be wrong. You are. So this here will be returned to United Utilities. Okay, that one there going all the way up in the centre there where all those vehicles are on, those white and orange vehicles, that's United Utilities. Okay, this, where our entrance is, there is Everton's, and as Dunk the Blues said, the space will be sufficient enough up there to get any vehicles. You'll see the security and everything there as well. That is sufficient enough for vehicles, Mike O'Glenn. Thanks for your input though. I see what you're saying when you said you're convinced there's a service road being constructed. It's not, it's got to be like probably left in a good state, handed back to United Utilities at some point. Okay, thanks though, Mike, cheers for that. Moving on, I have Top Nana, love it, Top Nana. He says, hi Nick, once again another great video on a Sunday. Cheers, Nana. Please keep up this great work. I'll do my best, mate. At 7 minutes 38, as the drone comes round from the south stand roof to the east stand roof, we get to see the blue marble tiles, and the camera does show the water effect that was intended. Hope you can show this again when it's dry to see if there's much difference. I'm going to show it again today on a nice sunny day. Top Nana. there will be a lot of difference. I think that the tiles you're referring to that give the water effect gave a really good water effect from the air on Sunday because they were wet. And that's not being funny and saying obviously they gave a water effect. No, they did look good. I looked. So guys, look at my video from Sunday. What date was it? Sunday the 15th, my full fly around. And as Top Nana said, at 7 minutes 38, just if you go to that bit and have a look, when I do the flyover from this area, I come over this point here, and I did look at it, Top Nana, and you were right, it did look really good. As I come over here, down to the right here, all of these tiles, especially kind of up there, were giving this really amazing water effect that they were intended to do. Totally agree with you. Nana, it looked really good. But it doesn't, you know, you've asked for the comparison today, and it's really good to ask for the comparison. But from me looking on my screen now, I don't think it does give that strong effect as much as it does when they're wet. Some people might say, well, that's obvious because the wetter they are, the more water effect they'll give, maybe. But you asked for a comparison, Nana, and there it is. What do you think about that? Okay. Good spot though, Nana, thank you. Moving on, Mark Hansen, this is my last one today, we're 15 minutes or so in. Mark Hansen says, great coverage as always, Nick. Not sure if this has been asked, but are the statues at Goodison, Dixie and Holy Trinity ones being relocated to the new stadium site? And if so, where will they be put? No, Mark, they are not. I have done a video regarding the statues. Just look back on my... do a search, Mr. Drone, Everton statue, something like that. I can't remember what it was titled. But anyway, I've come back up here to show the amount of space up at the west stand where they could be placed, you know, maybe about one at the top corner there of those steps and one at the other corner. Just for example, you know, or I'll come down again, there's then of course all that space there. Then I'll just come down to the east stand so we can have a look at the space at the East Plaza once again, and just my honest and personal opinion is that it's a mistake not to bring them here. I think they're very iconic and symbolic to Everton Football Club and should be where the club are based and playing, and not left where they are. My opinion, of course. But look at all this space for the fan plaza. And surely to have them put somewhere down there would just make so much sense. But I'm sure there's reasons. I'm sure there's good reason for not bringing them. Well, actually, I'm not sure there's good reason. I'm sure there's some sort of reason. But anyway, yeah, my opinion is they should come, Mark. What's everybody else's view on that, please, guys? Guys, going to finish off there. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, there you go. That was my midweek video covering some of your questions and comments on the Everton Stadium down at Bramley-Moore Dock. I hope you enjoyed that video. There's some good ones there, wasn't there? Some nice ones to have a look at. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. We'll keep an eye on the colour of the water up at the west stand, of course. And let me know, guys, what are your thoughts on the statues there that was brought up by Mike? It's been brought up before a few times. I've done a video just concentrating on the statues side of things. But yeah, let us know your thoughts, everybody. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. At the moment, guys, you probably noticed I'm only really covering the Everton Stadium down at Bramley-Moore Dock. I'm just like that right now, whether to even do anything else or just see this out and call it a day for a few different reasons. So yeah, I'd appreciate your comments on that as well. Are there other things you do like to see, or are you happy to just say see this one out, Mr. Drone, and then call it a day? Let us know your thoughts on that, guys. But yeah, please like, share, subscribe. Please keep hitting that subscribe button, sharing it, liking it. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all. Take care.